I have Sam Hunt, the YMCA Sports and Day Camp Coordinator. How are you?
Good morning. It's all is correct. Absolutely.
Is it raining still?
Oh, it was raining a little bit as I came in this morning, but everything else is pretty much cleared up. I saw a little bit of sun coming in. So.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. You're all set for your golf outing.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
So you must be exhausted.
Yeah. So this last week, was our last week. Obviously, you guys just had Pam Campbell on, and they're getting their kids back. That's coming back from summer camp, and last week was much more of a deep breath, getting rid of it, but it was 10 weeks of extremely fun-filled, constant summer camp. So it was a great time.
How was it for you? You were probably more active than you've been in a long time.
Very tired.
All these
very tired. This is a completely different experience than something I've ever done.
Yeah.
I came out of college doing this job, and being able to kind of experience this sort of thing. My parents are in education too, so being able to help out with giving kids some things to do during the summer and some, just different fun activities.
Nice.
Work with different staff members, getting to know a lot of people from Jackson that I've never gotten a chance to in my life. So it was absolutely fantastic, so it was a really fun time.
You kept those kids hopping.
All the time, yes.
And they had something fun to do every day.
Yep.
What are some of your favorite activities?
Well, the first one that, because it was just the first thing that I did, I really enjoyed the Michigan Science Museum.
Oh, nice.
And they had an exhibit that was like a movie-based exhibit, and I'm a big Star Wars fan. So there's
nice.
R2-D2, E.T., which I hope some of the kids, I don't think they really realized who E.T. was.
Yeah.
But, getting to see E.T. with his little finger and different things like that was really cool. You saw the picture just now of me grilling out for the kids, so getting to show off the grilling skills a little bit. And just really pretty much being with them the whole time was just fantastic. So, it's 11 hours of crazy, constant things for them to do. So
It's gotta
being
be
able
really
to,
rewarding.
being able to fill up, all that time for 10 straight weeks is something special.
What's it like watching the growth of some of the kids throughout the programs? At the beginning you have a lot of kids from all different backgrounds. What's it like watching kind of kids progress and maybe gain a little confidence?
Yeah, so I think the really interesting part of it all is a lot of these kids have never done this sort of thing before. They haven't had these experiences before. Mm-hmm. So for them to go, I had never been to Nixon Park, or I've never even been to a water park, let alone, those different things. A lot of them had never been to Cedar Point, never been to Michigan Adventures. So that was very interesting, and then to get to see different interests that had come through with our community partners. So we had like nutrition classes, different shop rats came in and did some manufacturing things,
nice.
and kind of doing some robotics things with CCAC. And for them just to go, I really enjoyed this. I had never done this before. This is something that I want to do in the future. Is something that's brand new. So, and then one of the things that I think is really special with it too is our staff is also learning as they go too.
Yeah.
We have staff that are as young as 15 all the way up to, our oldest that was right around their late 50s. So for them to learn, and grow and see different things that they're interested in is just, it's a special thing to see. So
that's cool. Now you, one of the partnerships you guys had was with Nixon with lifeguards. It seemed like during COVID, people thought that pools were never going to open again, so lifeguards just went away. Well, there was a need for lifeguards more than ever.
Yeah, and I had never been to Nixon before this summer, and we ended up providing lifeguards. So I went out there with the camps and to see how they're doing, and I thought it went fantastic this summer. It was just beautiful every single day. It seemed like the lifeguards worked extremely hard. It was just really an interesting thing because it had been gone for 2 years, so it definitely was very interesting this summer to see how well that went along with camp.
So you mentioned that the next 9 months, you have fall programs that I'm excited to hear about, but a lot of it is strategic planning for next year.
Right.
So you still need lifeguards?
Yeah, we're still looking for lifeguards. We're still looking for summer camp staff. Like these things, now that this is my second year coming into this, we're hitting right on the jumping the gun right now to see where we can go for that. So we're looking to retain a lot of our staff, but at the same time, we want people to also experience this. These sort of experiences that we have in the summer when they come back from college or want something else during the summer. So always looking to hire, always looking, for lifeguards, everything. So.
Sam, you've got some, I'm sorry.
No,
Sam, you have some fall programs coming up that people can sign up for. Let's talk about those a little bit.
Yeah, so the fall programming, we had sat down about middle of summer camp and started deciding what we wanted to do. We do a summer sports program. That's kind of the thing that I do outside of camp, in which
with all your extra time,
all the extra time that comes with it, right? Saturday sports from about 9 to 11 is our youth development stuff. So little kids soccer, learning how to dribble a soccer ball, And then we just started doing flag football.
Nice.
That's something that I love doing, so I think that would be really interesting for our younger kids. We go as young as 3 years old to as old as about 6 or 7 for the youth stuff. And then with that, we had an idea as we were talking through it. I have a coworker, his name is Delvion Langston, and we were talking about some things that, we didn't think that Jackson had all that much as things that we wanted to do when we were younger. And then that's where we came up with this adult flag football league idea, and that's going to be from around starting 11, and we're hoping to go to 1.
Cool. I'm 40, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what's the age group?
It's adult, so it's anybody 18 and over can sign up and do
Oh,
it. It's co-ed, so it's not something that is just meant for.
You want to play?
I could kick your butt on the football field.
You think so?
I do.
You want to get a team?
I do.
Really?
I kind of do.
I don't know if that'll be a good idea. We'll see.
We shall see.
All right, you get your team, I'll get mine.
And we'll stay there, and we'll make sure our athletic trainers there and everything
We'll
like
need
that.
an
Make sure
athletic
you guys
trainer.
are okay. And no, but
We may need defibrillators.
yeah, everything that you guys will need. And we have signups for that. We started August 15th signing up for all of our youth sports programs and adult sports programs. So it starts. I believe it's August 12th.
Nice.
It's a Saturday, 2 Saturdays from now.
Cool.
Behind St. Mary's, they have a park next to Nixon Park. So
Awesome.
so we'll be out there having some fun.
That'll be good fun.
Tell our viewers about the Fall is for Families promotion that you guys have.
Yeah, Fall is for Families is Sundays, starting in October. Basically, we're going to open up the rock wall. We're going to open up the gyms, the pools for people,
Nice.
and to bring in their families and enjoy, different things that they can do during the fall. So
Nice.
it's a really interesting thing that I'm surprised we haven't done in the past. So
Yeah.
being able to do it now is incredibly, high opportunity.
Yeah, there's a nice opportunity for families to get in there, spend time with each other,
Yeah.
and then see what you guys have to offer.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it'll be very fun to see.
What's been your biggest takeaway from, I guess, all the things that you've gotten to do this summer? I know when you first got this job, you probably envisioned doing all of these different programs, but now that you're settled in, how do you think it's going?
I first of all, I love it. It's something that I didn't think when I had been interested in going into this sort of side of work that I'd really enjoy. I think that this job specifically, the collaborations with just different community partners, different coworkers, different staff members, kids, things in Jackson that I hadn't seen in my 22 years of life here. That is really eye-opening. We had talked about in past about Gus Macker and things like that, getting to see different partners, but this is much more of a development stage that I think that is very interesting for the kids as well as my staff members who I had never experienced.
I think it's more important now than ever, the way we are developing our young people. And
Agreed.
I think outside of school, the youth summer programs are equally, if not more important, to some of those early educational experiences.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and we need more people like you that are wise beyond your years and youthful and excited and innovative for the things that are to come. And
Thank you.
Everybody at the Y, everybody in the community
Yeah.
is really lucky to have you.
Yeah, so we're hoping to build and keep going from year 1 to year 2 and continue to see those things since COVID has come around where people may have lost a lot of those opportunities to actually gain those back. So.
Yeah, for someone who's never been to the Y, or they, maybe have a 3 or 4 year old that they'd like to get involved, what would you say to them?
Come on in. Just walk in. We'll go to the front desk, ask about our programs, ask for a tour. We'll go on different tours with the people to show them our programs, as well as online, jacksonymca.org.
Cool.
They can go up and see our different programs that we have. It's not just programs for youth, but it's programs for adults as well, different health classes and everything. So they can just either look online if they don't feel comfortable coming in, and if they like to come in and check things out too, we'd be more than happy to bring it.
Now you'll notice this a lot during the high school, middle school seasons is official shortage. You may not know it at the varsity Friday game, but the Thursday JV game or the freshman volleyball game, we have an official shortage really in the world, don't we? You've been officiating for a long time and you're training young people. Talk about how important it is.
Yeah, so I've been an official for about, this is year, I think 8 that I've been doing this now. I started at 14 with our Legacy MHSA officials program and kind of moved my way after high school into varsity, different things for high school. And started through college doing it at a little extra pay.
Yeah.
And then with this job, it's perfect, so I can continue to do that after I'm done with work. So actually, these first 2 weeks, football season is for me. I've been prepping for football season for about a month and a half now and being able to get into it. I have 4 varsity football games in the first 2 weeks, which is about double what is usually going to happen.
Wow.
So if that tells you anything about official
Exactly.
shortage, even with varsity stuff, it's very well prevalent. So one of the things that the Jackson Area Official Association, which is the association that I'm a part of, is trying to gain new officials and help them lead them on to more successful paths in officiating. We do a lot of youth legacy mentoring in our groups, and then we try to make sure that we are taking care of them and making sure that the bad experiences that some people may say about officiating, because it is a tough job and it is a very critical job for a lot of people, is just to get past that and learn that this is much more of a learning process as well as a job that it takes a brotherhood, it takes a sisterhood to do. So
Awesome.
Well, and I think as people are kind of scurrying economically with the inflation, this is a great opportunity for them to serve the community and earn a little bit of extra money.
Absolutely.
So if somebody's interested in roughing, where do they go?
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of different areas to go. First thing I always tell them is, if you go to a football game, if you go to a softball game, baseball, basketball, anything like that, just go up to your official and ask them about it. A lot of them have that information for them and help out with mentoring. Even though we seem a little scary, we are pretty much pretty easygoing to go. So you can go up and ask. You can go to jacksonareaofficials.com and just go under there. You can also, I have a lot of things on my Facebook page that I share, so just look up Sam Hunt and I should show up. So
I look forward to yelling at you during basketball.
Absolutely.
Now, you can't yell at officials if officials aren't there, so let's just not yell. Let's just watch our kids, right?
Yes, this is true.
Sam, keep up the great work. Thanks for being here
Thank you
today.
guys. I appreciate having me on.
Sam Hunt from the Jackson YMCA. We'll be right back to wrap up the show after this.